race and stuff, I have a manager, and they help me with my rules and stuff, so I don't have to always think about it, which is nice. I'm very grateful to her, because if I didn't have her as my, she is the rule and all that, not so fun stuff, and I'm pretty much just their creative mind and the person that keeps people in check. So yeah, anyway, ready? Alright, it's called The King's Helpers, and it's a quest, but I think actually that's the main storyline. It's just they go on quests. Anyways, one day in a chaotic world mixed with all kinds of already messed up, all kinds of mystical beings, and even more issues, there lived a kingdom, Cynthia. Sorry, I've changed that name a few times, so it's I mess up a lot. The kingdom was a combination of all races. With all these fairy tale beings, however, there comes deep-rooted conflicts made within each race. I really struggle with this to read, guys, I'm sorry. The humans, naturally, as the biggest of all races, were wary of all these beasts, in quotation marks. Vampires were against werewolves, angels against demons, and pixies against the humans who stole their magic. Witches, goblins, all races had their qualms. The kingdom's crime rate was so high, depressing, old king simply could not keep up with it all. That's when he hired a group horse escapes. Another thing in parentheses, if at least one did, you hear the disappearing gallop of a horse or a few escaping the woods. Now you must find a partner to ride with. Find out the gutter. The horses can only hold so much weight. Keep that in mind. Back to the story. You all must now choose what items you want. Oh my gosh. 5 items each. You're allowed duplicates. The options are toasted toes, curdled cats, lactose larva, blood beans, and potato bread. For drinks, blood, pineapple guts, coconut carcass, solo sulfur, bloodless blood. I'm very creative, guys. Trust. The old lady calls from behind a shelf. Don't forget about the discount offer. And I'm here if you have any questions. The shop will close soon since I need to go home soon. My dear husband Eric is awfully like bottomless pit, I swear it. She continues to go off rambling about eating away all her store's inventory. After you all choose your food, ask your questions. What not you make your final, and what not. I struggle, guys. Make your final decisions on who sits with who based on the amount of horses and weight. You all decided without many words that it is best to look around this town. I don't know why it says town. This is why I'm proofreading it. You guys are so helpful. Okay. As it is the closest one to Rosik, the town holding humans. Solvik, by the way, is the town holding vampires. The half vampires. The town streets aren't much to look at. This town isn't far from the capital, and yet all the houses seem to be built roughly by people who are suddenly cast aside with no experience. Newly turns, after all, were usually children. Children's bodies are best at adapting, so they are usually the ones who don't die from the venom. Children are also the easiest to catch and are usually the ones captured by the purebloods who bite without remorse. It's not predatory, yeah. I swear it, guys, trust me. It's facts. If I were a murderous vampire, I probably would go after the one thing that can't run very fast. Wouldn't you? Sorry, I'm trying to pull out like the little stand that I can put in my hand. The adults seem wary of you travelers, but the kids seem not that on edge. A group of kids around 8 were running around and squealing like normal kids. Technically, almost everyone there was likely not too old. With this much poverty here, blood is scarce, and because of that, everyone who was a kid a few years ago could have the body of a 43-year-old. The very kids in front of you will be gone in around 10 years from old age. The different species of long lifespans outweigh the lowest. Your different species of long lifespans outweigh the lowest living span. Of all the kingdom's creatures by a laughable amount. How sad. And then, I wrote more than I thought. Okay. You all managed to get to the attention of one of the little boys. He was short and had a front tooth missing. Brown hair a mess. His eyes, like all half-bloods, were brown with a soft red undertone. He was grinning. What's up? Are you from the Dragon's Clan? That's a few other types too. There's a few other types too. Why are you here though? In parentheses, roll to see who gets to ask the kid questions. Highest roll wins. And then I have a few listed out of like the information he knows and stuff like that. And then that's it. After you ask him questions, his mom, a frail blonde woman that stares with narrowed, cautious eyes, calls him back into the house with a sharp whisper. He smiles and waves at you all before trotting away. Following his instructions, you all go on your horses